shoulders, maybe your jaw, then let's just focus on that real quick. Okay? We're gonna do a whole lot of different things to help you to just find that sense of deep relaxation here, there, all around you, okay? And I've got a whole lot of things that I want to try. We're going to use some different mics. We're going to use some new triggers, some old triggers, all of that fun stuff for a new video. Alright, now, before we begin, I just want you to really focus. Really focus right there on your shoulders. This shoulder over here. That shoulder over there. Just let them sink down. Just let them drop. Down, 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 down. And relax, okay? Your jaw. Just feel it very gently. Losing all that energy and tension. Just feel it. Relaxing. 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 Your cheeks, your eyebrows, your forehead, all of these things, just feel them. Relax, 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 okay? That's it. And as you feel those different parts of your body, just relaxing. As you feel them just relaxing here with me, why don't you go ahead and close your eyes for a moment too, if you want. Just close your eyes, and I'm going to test a new experiment on you. You see, we've gotten some new technology that at the flip of a switch, the push of a button, we can take this sound room and turn it into an ASMR chamber. And now. Okay. Unfeeling that. feeling the back of your head. Just push down. Feeling those little sounds. As they all around you. Like a little dream. Like you just dozed off asleep. The feeling of my voice just takes you. Takes you to a another realm. That's it. Close your eyes. Relax. Alright, now it might be a little difficult to come back after that effect. So let me know if a whole video needs to be echoed like that. I think I already know the answer. We're just going to do a little bit of relaxation now, okay? I'm going to grab one of my new triggers here, which is a very cool frisbee. And I just want you to look right there, right down the center of it, okay? As we're twisting it around, just keep looking down the center of it. If you still have your eyes open, that is. And if you look down the center of this frisbee, I think you'll find that the mesmerizing pattern really has a good effect on your visual cortex in your head, while at the same time the nice sounds of tapping can take you down with it. There we go, just look at it. Right down the center there. That's it. I'll just give it a little bit more spinning. I'll try to keep it steady for you there, just looking at it. There you go. Relaxing. Live. Hypnotic frisbee. Hypnotic frisbee. Hypnotic frisbee. Very good. Just relaxing as we move from random sound, random trigger to random trigger. Each one unique. body. Like little waves of sound as they travel past you. Little waves of sound moving about you, encouraging. That complete sense of relaxation for your body. That's it. That's it. That's it. We'll put this down, and as we're going to be working with a few different mics, I'm going to be changing them in and out, in and out. As we're going to be working with those, I want to do something that is unique to each mic. You may be familiar with this channel or these mics, so you could already know what each mic is capable of. But for these, my overall favorite thing is their ability to pick up the feeling of having someone whisper so close that it feels squeaky floor right there. So close that it feels like they're right there next to you. Maybe just touching the skin of your ear and uncomfortably whispering way, way too close. But I've told this story a few times, maybe, in this channel. But when I was a very young child, back when I lived in Eugene, Oregon, shout out Ducks. Back when I lived then, I was probably 5 or 4 or 5, and I was talking to my mom, and I told her that I really liked the feeling of having her explain things. And the example that came to mind was having her explain something really close to my ear, kind of like a whisper. I didn't know why. I didn't really know why I liked that, and she wasn't too sure of what to make of it clearly. But I obviously was responding to my own response for getting ASMR whisper tingles from having her, or I suppose anyone, very intentionally, very caringly, very closely, just whispering down, down, down into my ears. And of course, still to this day, that would probably be one of my favorite triggers. Except for one problem. I don't really know anyone that would do it sarcastically, unseriously. Well, seriously. They all do it unseriously, if I were to ask. So that's where ASMR comes in, and why this kind of trigger is one of the best and possibly most important, because nobody's going to do it to you. You can't pay someone to do it. I guess you could, ASMR bedtime spiel for you on these road mics. The road mics. Now we could do this all day. We could do this all day. But like I said, I promised that we're gonna bring in some other mics and do some other fantastic triggers for you. Relaxation show. Do stand by with me as we switch things out. Okay. So we've somewhat switched the mics around a bit now. Before I show you, can you guess which mic we're using now? Can you take a gander at which mic this is? Listen to it. You've got this. You know what this is. You know what this is. Which mic am I using? Which mic am I using? Okay, time's up. What do you mean you still don't know? Come on. This is the 3DO. It's not the SR3D. And with our 3DO here, we're going to do some special triggers that we can really only do with the 3DO. So, to start, I'm going to take this sticky goopy crap, and I'm going to place it in your ear here. Right about. There you go. You see it? You see it in there? It's in your ear. And now, what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to start extracting little bits of it out of your ear. from the stand here. Now, like this, I should be able to hold the mic a lot more easily, which gives me a lot of that ASMR streamer flexibility of just holding the 3DO, because you don't have to actually put this on a stand. That's not a requirement. And as I was saying, I'm going for some very technical. You can only do this with that mic kind of things. At least for some of these triggers. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay? What this will do is, and very casually just walk around the room. You can choose to follow my movements as they are, entirely unrelated to what we're doing with the mic. Or you can just choose to close your eyes. As in the end, it won't really matter a lot. It won't. I'm going to take this duck here and he's going to go around your ears with me here. He's just going to help me. He's going to help me to help you to relax. So we just take a little trip around. Does this give you ASMR? Does this face give you ASMR? If it does, I have some questions. But just continue to watch the juicy-lipped duck. The juicy-lipped duck. That's right. You're the one watching this video, not me. Okay, duck, you're going down for a break. Now,
want you to guess what the mic that you're about to feel is, okay?
Alright, and here we go. We've got a new mic here, and I wonder, can you tell which mic is it? Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell which mic is it? Let me run my hands around it a little more. Do we have any idea? Any ideas? Alright, let me uncover your face there. You can see now, right? You can see what we're dealing with. This is, of course, our good friend of the channel, Manuel. And today he's feeling a little cold. So we've given him some ASMR earmuffs. They're particularly designed for Manuel's large head. And what they do is a couple things. They do block my voice from fully reaching into your ears, but not entirely blocked. And they make a very nice scratchy, soft fuzz sound all the way around the head. Which I will demonstrate for you here. And as we go, I'm going to go ahead and take these off. And what we're going to do with Manuel here, there's actually a lot of things that we can do with Manuel. About as many things as if your own head were here with me right now. And that's because Manuel is a very lifelike representation of what it would feel like if this was you. If this was you. And this was me. If this was you. And this was me. Now that may seem a bit odd, but it is what it is. So to start things off, I'm going to have you close your eyes, okay? I won't turn off the camera. I'll just ask you to close your eyes. Because one of the fun things that we can do with Manuel here is that I can walk around the room and you can fairly effectively tell where I am in the room in relation to Manuel's head. So if your eyes are closed, I'd ask you to just follow my voice and try to decide, where am I? Am I on your left? Am I on your left? Am I on your right? Am I in front of you, or am I behind you? Can you tell the difference? Can
sensations of realistic vibrations moving all around you. Where am I right now? Where am I right now? That's the idea. And a wonderful sensation it is, isn't it? And some of the other things that we can do involve touch. That realistic moment when the hand just very gently grazes down the sides of your head, from your scalp, down, 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 down to your own ears, to your own ears. That's right. Tingle. Relax. Tingle. Relax. You're doing a wonderful job. And that is about everything I can think of right now that makes these mics. There's probably more properties that I'm not getting into right now, but I think you've had enough. So as you continue to relax, I will be including more and more and more videos to help you to sleep. Everything should align very nicely with each other, so you can jump around with your ADHD little fingers as much as you want to find more and more good spots of ASMR. They're probably all good though, so what can I say? Do relax, and I'll see you around for another something soon. Good night, everyone. See you in July. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Making You just ready to this episode, I am going to keep my voice on a little bit of a different frequency. And we're just going to make sure that all you hear are whispers. Just whispers today, so near or far, we're going to keep things very, very relaxing, okay? And we have one goal for you. Well, two goals. One, you're going to close your eyes, and I am going to help you with that. And two, we're going to help you to fall asleep. So I've done a few different sleep-focused videos, but this one's gonna feel just a little different. Just a little different, okay? So, to begin, I'm gonna ask you to follow my commands. Just a few of them, as I just run my fingers up and down along your face, okay? And as you're looking at them, as you're looking at my fingers, just follow my requests. Okay? When I say blink, I need you to blink. When I say close your eyes, I need you to close your eyes. And when I ask you to open them again, I'm gonna need you to open your eyes just for that moment. Okay? Are you ready? So let's blink. 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 eyes are closed nice and comfortably. If they are, then I want you, for a moment, to start to see something in your mind's eye now. Your eyes are closed. Your mind's eye, that's open. Okay? Now in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine your favorite room. Can you see it? Your favorite room. Good, good, good. And in that room, can you tell me, what do you see? What do you see? Just look around there. Use the power of your imagination to really build it inside. Decide. Now, can you see anything with the color blue in your room? Can you see it? Can you tell me what you see? Just as a little secret, right over here. Right here. Good, good. And over here. Just as a secret in your right here. Can you tell me what you see? If you see anything in the color green in your favorite room, what do you see? Wonderful. And can you tell me a few more secrets about your favorite room? Over here, I want to know. I want to know the secret. If you see any special objects in that favorite room of yours, are there any toys? Do you have anything you would consider to be a toy still in that room? Okay. That's interesting. What about if while we're telling secrets about your favorite room, as you're imagining it, do you see anyone else in the room with you? Are you alone? Did you imagine someone in the room after I asked? That's okay. Your brain tends to do that. I would know. You just tap on your ears here. Is that relaxing? Remember, you should have your eyes closed for this part. We're not going to need to open them anymore, actually, but as we keep going and going, everything we do should be in the service of helping you to keep your eyes feeling relaxed enough that they don't need to open. Alright. So I have here on the floor And I want you to listen, okay? Don't look. Just listen. Did you listen? Good. I'm going to ask you a few different questions about these sounds and their locations. So just listen for that and relax. Everything is going to be A-okay. A-okay. Left or right? Which side did you hear that on? Good. Did you hear that from further away or closer? The longest. Good. Do you feel like you heard that through the SR3D mics or the Rode stick mics? SR3D. Left or right? Right. Which side do you feel like it's on closer to? What about now? Did I end that sound close closer or further away? Further away. Did you prefer the sound on your left or on your right? Where did the sound end? Can you remember? Can you remember where did the sound start as well? Can you? It was over here. Okay. I'm gonna put that away. What we're gonna do next is an exercise, and again helping your mind to just let go. To let go. And to do that, we're going to use it. Now, this is a breathing exercise. On your inhale, I'm going to tell you to imagine a color. And whatever you're thinking about in your mind, I want you to turn all of it into that one color. Okay? So for example, if I say, breathe in the color green, then when you breathe in that color for a moment, everything you see should be the color green, 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 green. And let it go. Okay. So just like that. Are you ready? Let's begin. I want you to breathe a nice, big, deep breath of the color red. There we go. Everything red now. Everything red. Perfect. Are you seeing it? Just imagining your whole world around you. Nice to normal. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to take a nice big breath and just imagine that the whole world now is completely yellow, yellow, yellow. That's it. Just seeing the color yellow in your mind's eye. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Just seeing that color yellow. Very good. Very good. And breathing it all out now. The color yellow, as it dissipates away, we're going to do another color. This time, I want you to breathe in the color. Blue. There you go. Everything around you now. Everything you see. Everything you feel in your mind. Just completely dyed the color blue. 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 That's right. That's it. And breathe it out now. Perfect. And we're going to do one more color. One more color here. With this color, in one moment, I'm going to ask you to see the color purple. Everything purple now. Just a lovely purpley shade of purple violet all around you, relaxing you. That's right. All you see is purple, the color of a grape. Like you spilled grape juice all over your imagination. Perfect. Breathe it out now. All those colors dissipating. Very good. We're going to keep practicing using your mind's eye, imagination. As the more we use it, the closer you'll be to just drifting away to sleep now, I think. Drifting away to sleep now. Closer and closer. What I want you to do next. What I want you to do next. After these sounds dissipate and the silence returns, I want you to listen for a moment. What do you hear in your own room? simple honk of a car horn, the chirping of crickets, your own heartbeat, perhaps. What do you hear? Just listen to the silence for me. Very good. Okay. Wonderful job. I'm going to put on my ASMR gloves. A new pair of ASMR gloves. Some little Mickey Mouse gloves. And we're going to touch your ears a little bit, okay? It's time for us to focus on the power of sound to just help you relax, okay? We're going to use sound, but we're also going to use your mind, as we did before. Continuing to stimulate it with the simplest of questions. For example, when I touch your ears, it should feel something like this. When I touch your other ear, it'll feel something like that. Now, can you answer some questions for me? Just listen to the sounds. The questions will come. Question 1. Which side was I on? Which side? Okay. Question 2. Get ready. Which sound remained closer throughout? That one. Question 3. Which ear? Which ear got more attention? This one? Or this one? It was that one. Listen carefully to this next one. Question. Was that sound that you heard? Was that one object or two objects making that sound? Two objects. Next question. How many times did I rub the fuzzy egg? The fuzzy egg. 6 times. I'm gonna swipe my hands together next. Okay. Listen to it. When did the pattern change? When did the pattern change? Listen again. You got it, right? Good, good. I'm gonna take these off. 2 sounds now. I want you to decide which one you prefer the sound of. did you prefer? That sound? The first time you heard it. I see. And did you make that decision based on the ear that you heard it in? Or did that play no effect in your decision making? I see. What we're gonna do next, I'm gonna produce 3 sounds in your ears. I want you to remember the sounds as you hear them, okay? Listen carefully. The 3 sounds you heard. Can you recall them in order? Can you recall them in order? Yes, they went. Followed by. Followed by. Finish up with one more thing. I'm gonna do some tapping sounds. When you hear those tapping sounds on your left, on your right, I want you to think about your eyes getting heavier as those tingles move around from side to side. Okay? So when you hear those sounds, your face, that whole half of your body, your face, just feels a little more relaxed, okay? Here. A little more relaxed. Here. A guessing what they are. But before we all do that, I do need to give a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Hypno Disc, as we take a look at their wireless HDMI transmitter and receiver kit. So basically, this lets you wirelessly cast your screen from compatible devices like phones, laptops, tablets, and send it over to a TV, monitor, or projector, but without ever needing to deal with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or any extra steps. It's just plug and play. It's really straightforward. You have a transmitter and a receiver. You plug them both in and it connects basically seamlessly, fixing the problem of you needing to fight with your tech products to even get them to work. It supports 1080p and is a wonderful option for office presentations, watching things on your home TV, all while casting them from your phone or computer while you're sitting on the couch. They're also, as you can see, very small and portable, so you can toss them in a bag and bring them wherever you want to go. They come with half a dozen adapters and cables too, to make sure that whatever you're using, they'll be compatible with it. So if you're interested in getting your phone, laptop, PC up on the big screen without any fuss, this is the device for you. So go check them out on Amazon. Big thank you to Hypno Disc for sponsoring this video again, and go check them out, for real. Now let's get back to some instructions. Now, the first instruction that I want to begin with you is simply to breathe with me for but a moment. I want you to breathe in for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds, okay? But before we do that, just remember you can close your eyes for this video. You can close your eyes. That's right. Just close your eyes for me. Okay? With your eyes closed, we're just gonna breathe. Okay? So we're gonna breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're gonna breathe out. 3, 4. Perfect. Just like that. And one more time. Okay. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. In the spirit of the upcoming Easter holiday, we're going to pull out our giant fuzzy Easter egg one more time this year. And what I want you to do is to just keep your eyes closed, okay? Keep them closed, nice and relaxed, and I want you to follow with your eyes, with them closed. I want you to follow the sound of me just scratching the fuzzy egg with your eyes, okay? I want your eyes to follow this sound as it moves around your head.
listen. Follow the egg. Very good. Now this time, I'm going to try to move the egg quietly from place to place. With your eyes closed, with them closed, I want you to move your eyes to where you hear the sound as it starts. Ready? Move your eyes to the sound. Very good. Wonderful job. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to put the egg down. Now what we're going to do next is you're going to hear a sound on either your right, or on your left, your left. Okay. Your right or your left. The sound is going to come from this material. Just tell me, do you hear it on your left or your right? You ready? That was your right. That was your left. Right. Good. That was your right. That was your left. Very nice. Now the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to identify two types of sounds. Two types of sounds from this device that you heard earlier. Are you hearing a tapping sound? Or are you hearing a scratching sound coming from the device?
was scratching. That was scratching. That was tapping. That was a scratching sound. That was also a scratching sound. That was a tapping, 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 tapping sound. A tapping sound. A tapping sound. Allow me to put that away. I'm going to ask you to follow my instruction on a different task. For this one, I'm going to say a number. It will be any old random number. Okay? Any random number. What I need you to do is just say the number that comes exactly after that number. Does that make sense? Good. Let me give an example. If I said the number 5, you would say, yes, you would say 6. 6. Very good. Let's begin. Number 101. Good. 422. Excellent. 4022. 17. Wonderful. 85. Good. 15,004,221. That's it. 14. 66. Perfect. That is the right number. Now, we're going to try something else. First, I'm going to grab a couple of wooden blocks. Now, with these wooden blocks, you'll find that the sound of the texture itself is quite relaxing. But what I want you to do is listen to the sound that I'm going to make with them. And when I stop the sound, I want you to play that sound back in your head, okay? Can you do that for me? Perfect. Then just listen to this rhythm of this sound. Can you play that back in your head for me? Good. Like that, yes. How about that one? Can you repeat that in your head? Perfect. The next one. Now go ahead and repeat that one in your head as well. Perfect. Now just repeat a small portion of that rhythm back in your head for me. Good, good. Very good. Very good. Now, I'm going to take these sounds and I want you to tell me which one is louder. Okay? Which one is louder? Your left side? Over here? Or your right side? Over here? Which side is louder? Here we go. Which side was louder? Ah, your right side. This side, correct. Here, let's try again. Both sides. Ready? And which side was objectively louder this time? Your other side. Correct, correct. Here, let's try a couple more times. Which side? Good, good. And here. Perfect. That was a wonderful job. A wonderful job. Allow me to place these down. And when I come back, we're going to try a new instruction that I mentioned earlier when we were getting started. So, YouTube provides me with a little bit of insight about you guys. So I'm going to be spelling your names here on the mic like this. That's the letter M. Now the names we're going to spell are what YouTube has ranked as the subscribers who have commented the most. Alright, so this will be ranked from the most down to, well, less than the most, but not the least, as we'll never finish. Now what I want you to do is guess the name that I'm spelling. Alright? Guess the word. Pay attention to the letters. That's letter A. Okay. Can you follow my instructions for this one? Wonderful. Let me start here. We'll spell it on your right side. Get ready. Finished. Did you guess the name? Could you tell? That was Francisca. Francisca has left. Don't be embarrassed if I say how many comments you have. 403 comments. But let's take a look at our next subscriber. This is Can you guess the name? Did you spell it out in your head? That was Flessy. Flessy has 208 comments. Congratulations. The next name we're gonna do, we'll do it on our right side. You ready? Finished. What's the name of the person? What's their name? That was Laura Pops. Laura Pops has 106 comments on this channel. Congratulations. We're gonna do a few more. The next name a longer name. That was, did you guess it? They have an ASMR channel also. That was Dingle Storm, which they have 98 comments. Very nice. We're gonna do one more for you to guess. We'll do it over here as well, on your left. Yes, that was Drop the Mic. Drop the Mic with 93 comments in total. Very impressive. Now, thank you so much for leaving all these lovely comments on our videos. If you would like to leave a comment on this video before you fall asleep, you are free to do so. But for now, I have more instructions for you to follow along to. So listen carefully. So for this next part, I want you to pay attention. You're going to hear a number of sounds. I'm going to add different layers of sound. Sound on top of sound on top of sound. Alright. What I want you to do is count. How many layers of sound do you hear? Okay? Very simple. So if you hear a sound like this, versus a sound like this, how many layers of sound did you hear in that second version compared to the first? 2, correct? Okay, so that's what we're doing. So you, if you're looking, will see me simply holding this, but you'll hear much more. How many layers of sound did you hear? Good. That should have been 2 again. Listen. How many layers of sound did you hear that time? Alright, yes. That was 3 layers. Let's keep listening. You're doing a wonderful job. A wonderful job. Now that was the final test. How many layers of sound did you catch that time? How many layers of sound? So we got up to 4 layers that time. Good. Very nice. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions for you to contemplate in your mind. These questions are just meant to help your brain and mind to slow down. To slow down. What I'm going to ask you is just to tell me what's the first thing example, if I were to say the color red, what would you say? Well, most people, they would say apple, but that's okay. So let's try. I'll say a word, not just a color, but a word. And you tell me what comes to mind. So we'll do one more color. Yellow. Yellow. I would have thought of a bus. A school bus. The next word is cold. Cold. What comes to mind? That makes sense. Like ice. The next word is soft. 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 Oh, you think of... I thought of a pillow. Dark. What comes to mind when I say dark? Good, good. How about the word sharp? Sharp. Any words? Any thoughts? Knife. Knife makes sense to me. Round. The word round. Good, good. And warm. The word warm. Warm. Okay. Empty. The word empty. Perfect. Perfect. Deep. Deep. I think of ocean. Still. The word is still. Okay. Perfect. Now, while we're still on words, I'm going to ask you to do something you might not have to do so often. Occasionally, we'll do math problems, but this time we're going to spell some words. So, starting with the word word. Can you, in your mind, just spell out the word for me? Just see it in your mind. See the letters and just spell them out in your head. Perfect. How about suit? Suit. Like what you wear to a formal event. A suit. Perfect. Can you spell apple? Apple. Good. Very easy, yes. How about spelling a deck? Deck. As in a deck of cards. A deck of cards. Deck. Perfect. And what about spelling the word camera? Camera. Perfect. And one more. Can you spell the word house? House. Let's just spell the word house in your head. introduction. How are you feeling, by the way? I hope you're feeling quite sleepy by now. I hope all of your concerns and issues have fully melted away at this point, so you can just relax and go to sleep right when you want to, right when you need to. Just go to sleep, okay? If you're not asleep yet, that's okay. We're gonna keep going, and we're to help you to fall asleep a little more and a little more until you are fully taken down to sleepy down. Now this next trigger instruction will involve a trigger. I want you to tell me whether it sounds far or close. Okay? So just listen to it. And does it sound far or close? So that one would have been a medium far, I believe. Let's try some more. That would have been close. Far or close? That was far. Far or close? That was very close. Very close. Was that far or close? Far, yes. That one was quite far away. Quite far. Now hold still for one moment. Okay. Now, to help you to fall asleep, we're gonna try a little bit of a rapid fire session. I'm going to give you several instructions for you to follow very quickly, very in a row. You just need to follow them. Okay? To start off, I just want you to touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Good. Blink twice. Good, good. Now, look to the left, but don't move your neck. Again, look to the left without moving your neck. Perfect. Now, think of a number between 1 and 10. Good. Now double that number that number in your head. Good. Now, I want you to forget it and focus on this sound. Perfect. Now remember that number. Do you have the number? Perfect. Next, if I could have you raise one eyebrow. Can you raise one eyebrow? Good. Now raise both eyebrows. Raise both eyebrows. Good, good. And now I want you to imagine that you're drawing a circle in your head. Put your eyebrows down. I want you to draw a circle in your head. Good, good. Now, draw a circle from one ear all the way to your other ear and around the front. One ear all the way to your other ear and around the front. Perfect, perfect. Keep your eyes closed. Keep them closed. Now, move your eyes and point them at your nose. Point them at your nose. Good. Now, move your eyes and point them towards your left ear. Your left ear. Perfect. And now, relax. Good, good. Relax. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. And get ready to count the next 4 taps. One more time. Good. And imagine your head. Now it's just becoming heavier and heavier. Okay. Your shoulders. Imagine them also getting a little bit lighter, actually. A little bit lighter. And then listen to your body. Which part of your body feels brightest?
Also, because you might not notice if you're not thinking about it, but there's a spot right there on the back of your neck. And this spot,
It's special. Because you'll notice that.
you'll notice that as the tingles, as they begin to just proliferate,
Proliferate.
around your head, your body,
A certain tension. It just begins to form.
right there at the tip of the back of your neck, right where your skull
Meet your vertebrae.
a muscle right there. Right there. It just begins to tighten and tighten and tighten. Ever so slightly. And the tighter that muscle gets. At the base of your skull. At the tip of your vertebrae. The more
Your tingles begin to
continuously responds to it. Those tingles moving up and around your head, down your neck, your shoulders, maybe a few right down your spine, if you're lucky, or even further, if you're a bit odd. You can feel them, can't you? Well, that is what we're going to be working on. That is what we're going to be working on with you today. Because although you could say it's fairly easy to give someone some tingles, it's fairly easy. The tricky part is getting that little spot right there, right behind your neck. Getting that spot too. Continuously react. 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 That is the key. And that's what we're going to focus on today for you. Because you deserve some pretty good, pretty effective tingles after listening to ASMR for so long. Now, there are several ways for us to do this. Our goal is going to be to just maintain that sense of continuous ASMR. Tension, 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 tension. No dead space. So we're going to work on my favorite, most effective things to get this spot to do what it's supposed to do. So I think we'll just start with a little bit of some 3D, 360 degree moving around you. Sometimes coming in, sometimes coming out.
that side is our newer addition with the most sensitive mic for just tickling. Inside your ears. You know what this is. You know what it is. This is your SR3D. Fake ears. One of the favorites of the channel you might remember or still be watching, known as ASMR Zeitgeist. I believe he called it Fred. Mine has no name. Now I just want you to listen for the next couple minutes. I want you to try to figure out where my voice is going to come from next. Where is it going to come from next? As I gently, softly, just scoot my feet on the floor around you. Can you tell where I am right now? What about right now? Good, good, good. And an awful lot of you seem to have experienced a new phenomenon in the ASMR community, which apparently can only be called butt tingles. Butt tingles. Now personally, I have never experienced such a thing. It is possible. It's entirely possible that you all are just hallucinating. But that's not my decision now to make, is it? However, with the discovery of cheektacular tingling, I suppose you all will be wanting more, so I'll just have to be sure to make sure once in a while our videos are just as tingly as they possibly, oh so possibly, can be. That's enough. So we're going to come back around. And I know a few tricks. I know a few ways to keep the tingles rolling, you could say. We're going to try something, a few things, from the classic channel that most of you hopefully still remember as Heather Feather, as I believe she was one of the most creative and
these 3D microphones, these 3D ears. She really cared about the tingles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by covering one of your ears. Now, you may find that the sensation can be a little strong. So I'm gonna introduce it to you nice and slow. Nice and slow for you. So I'm just gonna cover your right ear here. There we go. And just comfortably grab onto your ear. Now, on this side, you should notice that the sound is pretty free and unmuffled. However, if we move over here, the sounds are quite different and a bit muffled. Then, we'll switch to your other side. And I'm just gonna move my right hand onto your left ear. And you'll find that the sounds now on this side are also muffled. Where on this side we have complete control, unmuffled auditory senses. And the whole time while I'm grabbing your ear, or either ear, I still have the ability to whisper into the whisper mics if I need to. What we're gonna do is while I have your ears cupped, we're gonna work half with this mic, half with the other, and we're just gonna whisper a little bit of these nonsensical kind of little words into your ears. We're gonna go from ear to ear here, mic to mic, as we just build that little sensation. So I'm gonna cup your right ear. You feel that sound, like your ear is being covered in a little bowl, a little fish bowl, like that. And we're just gonna whisper in your other ear to kind of a little bit of nonsensical little whispery sounds. Some nonsensical little whispery sounds that you can really just feel this going all the way down and just getting up and down. Now we're gonna cover your other ear here. Grab it nice and tight. And we're gonna whisper over here first. Just some nonsensical little just feeling like you're getting some little taps on your ears. So we can still just tap your other ear while we whisper carefully. And it seems the taps have gotten a little bassier as we cup that ear. As we cup this ear and give your left ear some taps. As we give some taps, tappy, tappy tap taps to your left ear. You enjoy that, don't you? I feel like you do enjoy that. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab some kind of device that can make a nice sound. Something like the sound of a couple jokers I'm going to keep whispering in your ear. One of the benefits of having these mics is the incredible realism they have to imitating the sound of your ear. More than the Newman K100, the big heady microphone, and more than the 3DO. These mics, in particular, are made of a different material, and that material sounds, feels, and is built much more like the human ear than most people realize. And that is how we're able to deliver such effective sounds, such effective tingles on all sides of your head. It is quite miraculous, really, what these things can do. I have a band-aid on my finger. I have a band-aid on my finger because I got a boo-boo. But I need to touch your ears. Okay. I need to touch your ears. And I can't do that if my finger is throbbing in discomfort. So, you get the special privilege of having a band-aid in your ear. And if you do like the sound of that, we could always do it again next time. You just have to tell me. Now we're gonna try some other triggers. There are many triggers, many sounds that I am a rather large fan of. This one, for example, is the sound of hundreds of little pieces of plastic working their way to my hand. And they make uniquely good sound. The crinkle sound is a staple of Not My Channel. But the classic ASMR community as a whole. And a lot of people ask me, who do I listen to? And if you haven't guessed, which a lot of you already have, I listen to the people I sound like. They're very massage, ASMR. But I just kind of wanted to. That's loud. I just wanted to cover your ears. And a little bit of plastic. Now, can you still hear me through this? Not entirely. Let me whisper over here while I mess with the plastic covering your ears. I'm just gonna very, very lightly touch it. Just running my fingers along the edges of those pieces of plastic around your ears. And you'll notice that since the plastic is touching your ears, your left side, your right side, as it's touching your ears, it can be quite overstimulating if I'm not careful. So I'll be extra careful for you. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Now we're just going to take that back off now. Very lightly. We're going to very lightly next to your right ear. And we'll just start to take it away. Taking away your toys now. Now, another thing I know works quite well for sending a few shivers, a few tingles down your spine, is something that really would get anyone, even a non-tingler, maybe like yourself, is when I just get right behind your head, and there's one special little spot. One special little spot right here. Right here. Right behind your ear, where your brain really seems to think that I am actually standing right behind you. And not to brag, but this is one of those triggers that no one else seems to have figured out exists. So, I tend to do it fairly often. But the trick is, you just have to use soft-spoken voice, which almost everyone seems to have forgotten is even an option these days. Use your soft-spoken voice. Stand a couple centimeters away from the head of the mic and just talk very quietly. Very quietly. Or it might not work. Yes, I have been picking at your ears while we're doing this. There we go. So what's your favorite? What's your favorite mic? Is it this one and this one? Or is it these ones right here? These ones right next to your head? Personally, for giving the absolute best tingles, I find that the combination of both is remarkably effective. If you know what I mean. So how is it so far? You're back? Is it still tingling down the back of your neck? Right down the back of your vertebrae? The tippy top of your vertebrae. Actually, do you still feel it? Do you still feel it? Just gonna grab your ear here. Kinda like we did before. And your brain is gonna think something's going on. Something that it needs to react to. Some kind of personal attention. And I'll just let go. And now, your brain should be waiting. And it'll wait just a little bit longer. But it's waiting for me to do the same thing right over here. Right? Onto your other side. That's it. And if that makes you tingle, good. It should. Because if it makes me tingle, I can be pretty sure it'll make you tingle too. There we go. Now, another thing that gets people to tingle is pretty similar to what we've been doing. But I'm gonna just read some different languages for you while I mess with your opposite ear. And I'll just let you listen to those sounds of the other language and see if some of those
Just make sure. Hoy mi desperté con la sensación de que el día ya iba tarde. Hoy quiero decir otra cosa. Me cuente o no. Mirando la tengo como si alguien hubiera una respuesta escondida. Mi lavante, mira la cocina y abre el refrigerador.
Let's do one more. Which made me chuckle a little. Alright, now what I wanted to do to finish this off, finish off your tingles for today was a bit of an exercise in ear entertainment. Ear-tertainment. So we're just going to do some of these things, but we're going to start here. First, we're just going to bring these mics in a little closer so I can still whisper to you a little more easily. There we go. And bring them down. There we go. And as I'm whispering to you, we're gonna start with some tapping on your ears. We're just gonna get that blood flow circulating once more, right around the ears, okay? We're gonna have a look here. You're right here. You feel it. And your left ear. Good, good. Now, we're gonna do a little scratching. Your right ear should feel my band-aid. But we're gonna hide that. So we're gonna work with our index fingers today. We're just gonna start by scratching, skimming around your ears. We'll start with your right here.
just want to fall asleep. Isn't that right? Well, alright. I've got some plans. I've got some instructions that I think if you just follow along with me, then we should be able to get you started on your way, heading back to Dreamland. So, just have a look. Right here. This is our light source that I need you to just watch, okay? Just look at it. Okay. Just keep your eyes open for a second here and watch the light. Where's the light? That's right. Good. Very good. Okay. Just stay right there. That's it. Now just have a look right there. Apologies. I just needed a quick break before we get started. Playing a little bit of today's sponsor, Merge Cooking. So Merge Cooking is this cozy little merge game that I've been playing in the background of editing my video. You just drag ingredients around like this, merge them together, and start to build up your own restaurants. There's no ads, no in-app purchases, no hidden fees. It also works completely offline. So if you're on a train, in a forest, or on a plane, you can still play it anytime. I've been using it as a stress relief game. When I need a break from editing, I just open it up, and it's a lot of fun. If you've really got that urge to keep things organized, you also get that really satisfying experience of just starting from scratch, building things up, getting your own restaurants, and aiming for specific themes that you can go for with those restaurants. The merge puzzles, they make you think a bit, but they still stay super relaxed and easy to enjoy. And as you get further, it really starts to test your culinary creativity with thousands of different cuisines available to make. So, use the download link below or scan the QR code and use my gift code for special gifts. You'll get some extra goodies when you start. Really a huge thanks again to Merge Cooking for helping support the channel. Now let's get back to making sure you get a very nice sleep. So we're gonna do some more instructions next. Now, at this point, it'll probably be best if you close your eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes. And that'll be quite helpful. There you go. Just let them shut. And when you're ready, I'm just going to ask you to listen to some sounds in the background. Without looking, I want you to tell me, what do you think those sounds are coming from? What is the object creating this sound? What is the object creating the sound? Listen carefully. This object makes two kinds of sounds. What is the object making the sound? If you haven't guessed yet, this is a hot pack. A Korean hot pack. Now listen carefully. If you've been around for a little while, you may recognize this sound. Do you know what the object is making the sound? Take a guess. One more time. Okay. Now these sounds, they come from the plastic fidget screws. The fidget screws, a very uncommon trigger, I find. Now as we continue, I want you to guess what object is making this next sound, okay? What object is making this next sound? You should find this one. You should find this one much easier. Now what object is making the sound? This is the toy scissors. The toy scissors. Well, not toy scissors. They're children's scissors. I suppose they do have the potential to